Previously on Learn to Listen.
How many times do we stop our creative expression because we're intimidated by who walked into the room? Let that go on down deep.
Oh my God! Woo! That hit me.
Be crazy. They don't love you like I love you. Slow down, they don't love you like I love you. Back up.
Learn to Listen, episode 1, Just For You, was posted. It was viewed by 1,100 plus viewers. Shared 15 times within 3 days. It was commented on and posted, and people were making posts and checks and all that type of checks. You got checks you don't know about, Ricardo? Checks in the mail. So, after the first video, someone decided to inbox me, and they talked about how they were in a relationship with a guy. They were friends, and they had been talking about, developing a relationship and all of that, and they kind of moved into friends with benefits. I guess because the guy, they kind of moved into a certain emotion, and she felt comfortable with giving up the goods. So, they end up becoming friends with benefits, and at the time, she had been requiring more. The guy talks about, being in a relationship from what the lady said, and all of a sudden they just have these moments where he disconnects. And so when she tries to bring up the topic, he acts like, it's all her. Needless to say, in the experience, she told me in the letter that she had invited him over to her home. And he went into the bathroom for about 15-20 minutes. And after 15-20 minutes, she went into the living room, was watching TV, went into the bathroom. This Negro is taking half-naked selfies in her mirror. No. She said she got upset, was over the moment, decided to sit down. She tried to have a conversation with the individual, and he got up and left. So she reached out to me for help and wanted to know. She said she noticed that, she's been desiring more and wanted to know how to handle this relationship. So I decided to really just sit down and kind of give you tips on how I got out of certain relationships and silent agreements. So what exactly is a silent agreement? A silent agreement is any type of unspoken belief, assumption, value, or expectation that one person holds while in a relationship with another person. The relationships can exist socially, relationally, politically, and religious.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know you do.
Yeah. We're on the same page. I mean, I'm not looking for a relationship right now either. Let's just say that. Whatever you want to, I can do, I'd rather I like simple, not like other girls where I'm like, be my boyfriend. Unless you were like, yeah, then I'd be like, maybe.
So you're asking me, Ricardo, how do I release myself from my silent agreement? Well, number 1.
Break every chain.
It's falling.
Get the hair down looking like a rusty AARP cheerleader. Sit down.
Step number 1, trust your feelings. Though emotions can be misplaced at times, and sometimes you gotta slow down to process exactly what you're feeling, they will never lie to you. So make sure that you trust your feelings. How are you feeling overall in this relationship with this individual? Does it bring you to the core of who you are in alignment with yourself? Does it bring you more into alignment, or does it more so displace your emotions and every time you're around, you're just not present? Does this relationship cause you to be more present in life or more absent? When you're with this individual, are you more connected or are you more absent? So where are you in your feelings with this individual and with this experience? What is it really offering you? Step number 2. What is keeping you in this relationship? You need to ask yourself, what is keeping me connected? If you feel disconnected with an individual every time you're around them, there's a level of disconnect somewhere in there. So you need to ask yourself honestly, have a pure, honest conversation with yourself. Are you connected to self? When you are around this individual, are you more displaced? You need to be quite honest. Step number 3 is so simple, and it's have a conversation not only with yourself, but with those around you, who you can actually trust your feelings with. when I find myself in situations where I know that I'm being called out of where I am to something new, I usually have certain individuals around me that I can actually trust my feelings with. And when I communicate my feelings with them, they're able to communicate my feelings back or confirm exactly what I'm feeling or tell me how to look at something from a different perspective before I move forward with action. Step 4, now it's time to develop an action plan. Usually we are so spontaneous and impulsive where we don't take time to actually plan things out. And develop a plan. How do you choose to move yourself forward from this experience? You already know that you're not getting anything out of it, that this experience is no longer of service to you. So you need to develop a plan, how to change your environment, how to change your dealings with this individual. Maybe you need to let them go and cut them off cold turkey. Maybe you need to change your communication with them. Either way, you need to develop an action plan on how to move forward towards what you actually desire. Step number 5. Now that you have trusted your feelings, you have examined your motives, you have communicated not only with yourself, but with those around you as well as the individual, then you have taken an action plan. Now it is time to tap into your own power and move forward into execution. A lot of times we fear change. Change is the natural order to life. And many times we fear change. We fear shifts. We fear transition. I know a lot of times I fear the unknown. We love things for it to be planned, for it to be certain and sure. But a lot of times there's no development and no growth if you know what's going to happen the next day. So I remember when I was stuck in a situation like this, I ended up packing and moving to Atlanta. Life became so predictable for me and so planned. So I packed up my things and I moved to Atlanta. And in Atlanta, I began to develop, I began to thrive, I began to evolve into kind of the person that you see today, okay? So make sure that you trust your own power. And if life is calling you forward, make sure that you move forward. Because if you ignore the signs now, trust me, you're either going to be answering the call now or you're going to answer it later on, because it will be back. If this has helped you today, make sure that you like, comment, and also sharing means caring. Listen, thank you all so much for your support. I look forward to talking with you next episode, okay? So if you have anything you want me to talk about, make sure you send them to my inbox. Inbox me, and there is no subject nor topic that we won't talk about here. So make sure that if you have anything you need help on or you want me to talk about, make sure you send them to my inbox, all right? Love you, and until next time, learn to listen.